approach that focuses on the competency development of the learner as a result of our training. Meaning to emphasizes on what a learner can actually do, its outcomes, and their attainment of what we call the KSA, or the knowledge, skills, and attitude in a specific level of our competency. Next, let's proceed with our CTP process flow. First is the trainee enters our program. So as you enter our program, we are conducting our orientation, which we are doing right now. And of course, we will later discuss what is the role of trainer and the trainee, and recognize or administer our RPM, or the recognized of prior learning. Next is, so as we diagnose or use our self-assessment checklist and the data gathering instrument for us to know your training needs, we will now proceed with our next step, which is about the selecting competency and procedure instruction. So in here, we will administer the learning contract, organize learning strategy, provide materials, introduce the CPLM materials, and of course, introduce the use of achievement progress report. After that, you will proceed with our training activities. So this part is our training activities. So as you read and answer all the subjects in our CPLM, you will also practice the tasks included in our CPLM. So as you practice the certain tasks, okay, the trainee observes your performance, okay? Then the trainer also have the freedom to rate their own performance using of our performance checklist. And of course, trainer rates their own, trainer rates their performance using of our performance criteria checklist. Okay? Okay, let's say that you have satisfactorily performed a competency. You will now proceed to enroll into another competency under your qualification. Next is, if you have already completed all the competencies under our qualification, you will now undergo to our national assessment. And if you have gained an evaluation which is competent, you can now exit our program. Next is, if you have enough competencies that we achieve and you stop, or you have you stop in our program, you can our training allows the trainee to have a multiple enter and exit during our program and exit the program. And if you have already the time to finish it, you can re-enter our program. Okay? And if you have not met all these three, okay, you will go back in our training activities. Okay, are we clear with that? Okay, next we will now proceeding with our basic principle. So our CPT principle here is 3. will be providing you such monitoring tools that will help you to monitor your own very performance. Okay, so next is, now we will be proceeding to our competencies in our qualification food and beverage services NC2. First is our basic competencies, which is composed of 4 and in duration of 18 hours. Next is our common competencies, which is composed of 5, which is also in 18 hours. And our very important competency, which is the core competency, which is composed of 6, and is in duration of 320 hours. Okay, so are you familiar when we say CBLM? Okay, when we say CBLM, or the competency-based learning material, so this is the very material that will guide you during our training program. So in our CBLM, it is composed of these 3. So first is our information sheet that deliver your pertinent information needed to attain our learning outcome. Next is subject and answer key. So in our subject, it is a set of a question that will verify you if you have already acquired the necessary knowledge in our information sheet. Then our answer key is our feedbacking tool. Okay, next is our task sheet and job sheet. Right here, it is a set of instructions telling the trainee to perform a task or a job. Okay, so are we clear with CPLM? Next is, so PNH's facility and resources. So our school, our institution has 2 food and beverage services room. One is for our tools equipment that are necessary for your training, and next is our FPS laboratory, which we designated room for you to exercise the activities. Next is our workshop area. So we have 9. Currently, we are at our learning resource area, which we conduct our lessons. Okay. Next here is our contextual learning area, where you will read our CBLM and other resources. Next is our distance learning area. Next is our computer laboratory area that is designated for your computer-related activities. Our quality control area. Next here is our training resource area, where you will gather our CBLM and other resources. Next is our institutional assessment area, where you will perform your demonstration, pass your written exam, and oral questioning. Next is our practical work area, where you will practice the task sheet or job sheet. Next is our support service area, which contains all the supporting resources. And then our waste segregation area in that corner. Okay, so that is our workshop areas. Next, let's proceed with our monitoring tools. First, we have here the trainings record book. So I have here your trainings record book. So here. Okay, so out in our trainings record book, it should be always kept by the trainee. Every day, you should always have your TRE. So as you can see in our TRE or trainings record book, in our cover page, so you will place your picture here and answer all the necessary information. Okay? Then as you browse our TRE, you will see all the basic common and core competencies that you will attain in this program. So as let's say that you have already finished a certain competency, so you will sign your signature here. activities of each trainee. So here is our TAM. In here you will see your name. So what are your activity for today? So in what area or venue, and the date and time that you should accomplish that certain activity. Okay, so that is our TAM or training activity matrix. Next is our evaluation system. So in our evaluation system, it is divided into two: assessment method and our evaluation method. In our assessment method, we have these three: demonstration, oral questioning, and written exam. And when it comes to our evaluation method, we have these two. So C for competent and NYC for not yet competent. Okay, so before we proceed to our training proper, so I will now provide you the necessary pre-assessment exam. So I have here the self-assessment checklist that will determine what competency that you have already achieved. Next is our data gathering instrument that will give me necessary background, your prior background. Next is our pre-test, okay, that will assess you your prior background knowledge with regard to our qualification. Okay, so here is your self-assessment and data gathering. Okay, here is your pre-test. Okay, so you can now finish it in 1 hour. Okay, trainees, are you done? Okay, so let's have it. Okay, so since it's lunch time, I'll give you 1 hour to take your lunch break and be back at exactly 1 p.m. Okay? Okay, so welcome back, trainees. So as per our result of our self-assessment checklist and data gathering instruments, so I see that we have here an individual that is a newly fresh graduate. So it is Mr. Jelison Erne, am I right? And we have here an individual that is an industry, from our industry, working in Queen Margaret Hotel. Is that right? Miss Mary Eduardo. Okay. So we have also here a trainee that is from our last batch, Miss Girlie Ego, am I right? Okay. So Mr. Ernest, since you are a fresh graduate, do you have your DOR with you? Okay. Thank you. So Miss Girlie, since you are from our last batch, do you have your whole DRP? Okay, thank you. And Miss Eduardo, since you are a worker from Queen Margaret Hotel, do you have your certificate of employment with you? Okay, thank you. So I see that you have a 5 years experience with Queen Margaret Hotel. Very good. So thank you. So as for the result of our pre-assessment, so Mr. Ernest, you will now proceed to our contextual learning area. But before that, get our CBLM at trainers resource area and read the information sheet 2.2-1 and answer the subject 2.2-1 and correct it with the answer. Okay? Okay, Miss Eduardo, since you are from the industry, so here is your written examination. It is 100 question. You should pass it with 80%. Then proceed with our institutional assessment area. And since you are from our last batch, Ms. Nikito, so you will there in our learning resource area and we will proceed to our main lesson. Okay? of tests their table. And our learning outcome here is the students will be able to efficiently demonstrate the proper way of scoring and sitting against their table. Kasi before we proceed to our steps and procedure, we should have already prepared the PPEs. So our personal protective equipment. First is the white long sleeves. Next is the black pencil skirt for female and black trouser pants for male. Green ball or hairnet for female and deep hair or gel hair for our males. Black or skin tone stockings for our females. And of those black naslip shoes. And of course, in our serving the guests, we should have already prepared the round tray, the water pitcher, and already prepared a table setup. A table setup that is according to the number of our guests. Okay, Ms. Tito, so I have here a prepared video for you to watch and follow all the necessary steps and procedure in with regards to our sitting and sporting of our guests. So kindly watch it closely as I go
Okay, sir, I'm checking if your reservation is and number 14 here is not correct, sir.
So before sitting the test, you check that they are sitting here. Okay, very good. This is the order from you have successfully answered all with satisfactory response. Very good. So here's your here's for our oral questions. So are you ready? So you have passed the upload as satisfactory. Okay, since you have passed our written exam, demonstration, oral question, can I have your PhD? Okay, can we assign it first here? Okay, so from class, I will also check your progress track. Okay, so Ms. Eduardo, you have done our first competency skill notices our learning resource area. Wait for my instruction. Okay, so Ms. Berlin, Mr. Ernest, are you done with practicing our demonstration? Okay, so who wants to perform first? Okay, Ms. Berlin, so here's our performance criteria checklist to point to dash one. In here, I will check all the actions that you have demonstrated, and if no, I will check the no section. Okay, so Ms. Tito, you can now start. Okay, thank you, Mr. Tito. So, very good. So, next, Mr. Ernest, let's see. Time to start with your Okay, so very good, Mr. Ernest. We will now proceed to our feedbacking. Miss Jolie. Okay, so very good. You have satisfactorily performed our 2.1 sheet. You'll be tell our guests politely to verify your guest reservation. You have used polite phrases. Very good. However, I am lacking this one. I have contact with our guests. But all in all, your demonstration in our demonstration is satisfactory. Okay, very good. So, can I have your ERT? Can you sign this first? Okay. your courses. And your training session will be and for you soon, Ms. Journey, Epito, and Mr. Ernest, since you have already done with performing the job you do with tomorrow you will proceed with our institutional assessment area and prepare for our written exam, demonstration, and oral questioning. Okay, Eduardo, you done? Okay, thank you. So that's for our training session for today. You may now go. Thank you. Good.